What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to You Got the Wrong Idea podcast. I'm Ryan,
Brandon.
and this is episode 2, so we'll get right into it.
Pass that smoke, then split. Say it clean, then quit. Two bros talking shit, and the whole town heard it.
Did you know they're putting fucking gay pride parades in GTA 6?
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy.
I
That's
mean, the
gonna
first thing I'm doing is definitely running through it.
be what the that's
Yeah,
hate crime.
that's not a hate crime. That's just funny, and even I think the gay people are going to do it too.
Well, duh. I mean, gay people are gonna be a part of it in a big way, but it's funny that they're gonna add that for that reason. I mean, the way that they know how GTA players are.
Oh yeah, they know every single person on there is going to nuke that parade every time it comes up.
Right,
It's
right,
probably
right.
going to come up at random like events.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know if it's going to come up once a year. That'd be pretty lame.
No, I think it's just gonna be like all through the map randomly. Just different times of year in game because the game's gonna have seasons and stuff. So it's just gonna just depend on when in the game.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just gonna be randomly generated, kind of like how they do. What they do on there? I ain't played GTA in so fucking long. They do random events though. I
Yeah,
know
I
it.
was gonna say they do like in game like server wide events all the time. You know what I mean? Just different ones, and so it's probably gonna be something like that
I
where
can
it's like
picture somebody coming up with that little flying cycle thing, and somebody like a gay pride truck comes by with them holding flags and people in the back of the truck.
yeah,
Pow, pow! The little missiles off of it.
it's gonna be crazy. GTA 6 is gonna be the game of the year for sure. That's gonna be the game everybody's on. You know what I mean? And then
If
you're gonna
it'll
have
ever come out.
yeah. I mean, we only got a few more months. Well, what month is it? April. We have what they say November. So we got 7 more months. It's more than a few,
They're
but
gonna push it back again.
hopefully not. Hopefully they actually stick to their word this time because they've already done that in a big way and pissed a lot of people off,
I mean, I know you can't rush
which is
perfection,
good.
but how long have they been doing this?
A long time, long time. But again, hopefully it's they the fact that GTA 5 was on three separate consoles, PS3, PS4, and PS5, obviously Xbox as well, but uh, the fact that they've been developing GTA 6 so long, hopefully that's a testament to how good it's actually going to be.
Oh, I mean the leaks and all that look perfect. Florida area or whatever, isn't
Yeah, the
it?
trailers too. Actually,
You got real live events, the twerking and girl in Florida or
let's
whatever.
watch let's watch the most recent event. Our trailer, I mean.
Yeah, I don't know what the most recent one was, but I know it's pretty cool. They got some real shit in there,
That was in
real places.
2023.
Do they really do the gay pride parades in Florida? Isn't that what it's based off of?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I mean, I'm sure they do gay pride parades in a lot of places.
I
Yeah.
don't support it. Um, yeah, I told you that's probably what it was doing. I'll
that,
try
that,
to cut it
that's
out. I
fucked
don't
up.
feel like restarting, but um, yeah, this shit's getting out of hand. How realistic that shit is.
Yeah, dude, games like you said, I mean, it's gonna be on a whole new level. Especially like you see VR, even like virtual reality games. It takes these people out of literal reality, and they get
I fuck with some of them though. The shooter ones, like Call of Duty shit.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Some of those virtual reality games are dope. They just need to, when it gets to the point to where they can have, AAA style titles that are you can actually immerse yourself in VR, sort of like what's that movie or show or whatever? It was a movie, I think.
Ready Player One.
Yeah, 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 like that,
Yeah, that was a good movie.
where you have like the full like immersiveness.
Yeah, you got to feel everything. But they were living in
It's
fucking
crazy.
little trailers. If that's the future, I don't want it.
That's true. That's true. I don't want to. I wouldn't live there, but like, go spend 8 hours one day on your weekend randomly.
Yeah, I like Elon's ideal of the future.
What?
Like physical labor and stuff is going to be okay. But all that computer shit is going to take over any job that could be done with a computer. And
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
not
yeah, yeah, yeah.
necessarily taking jobs, but
I mean, that's
you
that's
got to
all
change your
that.
job, is what it is. You get more free time because it's universal high income because robots are making everything. Nobody's physically demanded to make shit anymore, really.
Right. And that's
AI
I
and
feel like
shit.
that's all that AI is really going to be, able to take over, or jobs like that are going to be like even computer development too, I guess, is one
Excuse-
thing. But game development, that's going to be a huge thing. I wouldn't say take over, but it's going to be a big, plus for them to be able to write code a lot faster, I'm sure.
Oh yeah,
And
all coders are fucked. Y'all better get a different job. No,
I
that's
mean,
just
somebody,
facts.
no, somebody's got to write the code for the AI and develop AI
Once
on
it's
new levels.
developed, though,
And
it can write its own code. It can
yeah,
enhance
I think we're
itself and auto update.
I think they're on the surface of that right now with letting it do stuff like that. But I think we're still a long way off from them having to worry about completely.
Elon said that most people making AI right now, and I don't know why, I just trust him because he's smart, but most people making AI are not making it only get facts. It's biased. He said he got Grok, right? That's his.
Yeah, yeah.
And
On X
he said he asked every single AI.
and Perplexity, I think is
Yeah. Well, he asked every single AI what race is more important or whatever, and every time like white was always at the bottom,
the
like
human race.
we're least important. But Grok was said everyone's equal pretty much.
Yes, the race that's more important is
So
the
a
human
lot of
race.
people
There's only
from
one
different
race.
countries making these things just fucking say white people are the devil pretty much,
Also, I want to
and you
add to
have to
that
be a gay white woman pretty much.
a gay white woman for
Yeah,
what?
that says kill everybody but gay white women is pretty much what AI wants to do,
What?
or
All
diverse
right,
white woman.
that's messed up. But speaking on that, like the being only one race, that's how I mean, I genuinely feel that way. We're all the whole color classification thing, how we are like, they got like black and I hate to say it, but they yellow and brown, and how they all like, they go like we're all just different shades of brown. You know what I mean? Like all different. There is no
Shit, we lost our brown.
true like actual black person. Maybe if you go like deep in a tribe somewhere, you'll get real close with a dark brown skin. But I think we're all just literally dark brown, and that classifying it differently than that only creates further separation and division, because you're allowing people to you know be classified by that alone versus individualism.
I mean, you're gonna always have stereotypes, though.
Oh
That's
yeah,
just you can't
stereotypes are
help
one
that. It's
thing.
human nature
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
label something, and they want to know what it is and have a label on it.
But I feel like stereotypes should be more based on groups rather than, you don't group in by color. Groups by like decision. So like you group yourself in with the people that you want to hang around with, whether that's good or bad people, or you have whatever you want to do drugs, or if you want to, go be a scholar and you want to teach kids or whatever you want to do. Those are the people that you're grouped with, and that's how you should be judged on your decision making, not based off of like a skin color or just of how your upbringing was, for instance. That's not your group just because of that's how you were born or where you came from. It's your decisions after that is where you should be.
And bottom line is just don't be racist.
Well, yeah, yeah. I'm just saying, like on the whole, like what race is
As far
superior.
as who a AI kills, back to what we were,
No, that's what
whatever.
I was circling back. That's what race is superior. How like they were asked that response from AI should have been the human race
Oh yeah, and that's what it was for Grok or what. I mean, they always gave a percentage though, but I think Grok had the most even percentage,
of like
like who is more important, and it pretty much saying,
gay white women.
yeah, well,
I
diverse
mean,
white women,
that's kind of diverse white women,
yeah,
like gay and straight,
yeah, pretty
just white
much,
women.
yeah, just
I mean, okay, but that's only half of the puzzle. You see what I'm saying? White men can't do anything without men, not in the aspect of reproducing, because you can't. You know what I'm saying? You only have half the pie.
I don't know about that. Well, yeah, they might have some artificial semen by now.
Yeah, but that's come on. You only have half the pie biologically.
They're gonna be using monkey
Hang on, I'm
semen.
stuttering there. Monkey semen?
Yeah, they're gonna.
You have
Yeah,
monkey people? What are you?
it's gonna be Planet of the Apes. They were pretty smart.
Jesus. No, you can't do anything without both halves. Men need women just like women need men in different ways. You know what I mean? You don't need. There's a lot of really strong women that don't need men for anything as far as everyday needs and taking care of themselves or whatever. But as reproducing, you're not doing it without a man's semen. Whether that's in a lab, they stored it because some dude went and jerked off in a cup, or you actually had sex and reproduced. You need each other.
Yeah, that's just the case if you want to keep human race alive.
Now, you may be able to get both of them, semen and make some type of lab baby, but again, you still need both of them.
Yeah.
So that's the whole thing. Is like, I don't know. That whole debate is kind of like equal to the race debate of having like different colors. Is like there is no superior. We're all just human. I mean, everybody needs each other. That's the reason there's not one person here by their fucking self. We're out here together. You know what I mean? Everybody's literally raised on the same planet in different circumstances.
Oh yeah, just different parts.
Yeah, and there's privilege.
Less resources places and more resources places.
There's definitely privileges, and the white privilege thing comes from obviously a systemic pattern of black people in specific. Minorities obviously now is more so these days, but black people in specific for a long time, that is no secret. You know what I mean? We went through a whole fucking era of that, unfortunately, and it just is what it is. You had super racist people, and you had people that weren't that way.
But as long ago, I mean, it wasn't terribly long ago. Don't get me wrong, but clearly we learned from our mistakes and wouldn't repeat it. Like,
Well, that was again. That wasn't us learning from our mistakes per se. I mean, in a way, yes, I do agree with that. But it wasn't us. You know what I mean? That was our previous generations, and that is what they were brought up to believe.
I just meant us as a people of Americans. You know,
Yeah. I mean, that's
we got over
but
that.
I mean, that's been the
not
story
over it, but
of time. You know what I mean? That's the whole Indian story. There were people who I'm sure were against it.
yeah,
and
the old motherfuckers
it's
repeated it more than once.
it's the same thing. The Romans. You know what I mean? It just goes back. That's literally history repeating itself in just different
Speaking of
fucked up ways.
Romans, it's not really speaking of Romans. I thought about pyramids whenever you said Romans. You hear about that dude that went up there and was like playing Call of Duty and getting high ground?
What?
Yeah, he went up on the okay, in Mexico there's a pyramid apparently. I didn't even know this till now. But there's a pyramid in Mexico and a dude went up there and started shooting tourists.
Why'd you say playing Call of Duty?
He got the high
He
ground.
threw me way off. I thought you meant like actual
No,
Call
he
of
was
Duty.
yeah, he was playing live action.
Oh, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah, he was shooting people. He killed people, I believe.
Yeah, that's nuts. That's nuts. I think I heard something about that. The Canadian tourist that was killed in Mexico. Is that it? I think that's what you're talking about. And it was on the pyramid. Yeah.
What pyramid is that?
I mean, it's a pyramid in Mexico. There's pyramids around the world. There's not just pyramids in Egypt. That's a big misconception.
Okay, well, I thought that. Okay, and so
No, I
it
know.
was news to
That's
me
that's why it's a big
that there
misconception.
was one in
Yeah.
Mexico and a dude was playing.
It's different than the
target
pyramids of
practice up there.
Giza, but Giza is in Egypt, and those are very different than the ones that are in various parts of the world. But there are different pyramids in different parts of the world.
But yeah, that was crazy. I don't know who he is or where he came from or whatever, but
Psychopath born every day, man. Unfortunately, rest in peace to that. Those souls that were lost to that lady, especially. That's the one I heard about in specific, is why I'm mentioning that. Like that.
yeah, I didn't check the body count or nothing. I just seen
Body count is crazy terminology. Call of Duty body
KD,
count.
you know.
What the hell? All right. Well, I mean, to be fair, they found he wiped the Ayatollah. I make rest references about that. So, he was farming too much sulfur, and they had to found he wipe him.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck he was doing, but
Farming too much sulfur.
I
making
thought that
them
was
nukes.
crazy.
They told him not to make no nukes. We blew up his nuke facility, and then he started talking shit. And then and they went to war. He started killing people in Israel. We had to bomb his ass. It's fucked up, but it's more politics stuff, and I don't really like going into that because you get a lot of mixed opinions on that. And I mean, I don't agree with any kind of
I think
homicide
there's a
or
cat on the roof.
something's going on. That's what I'm looking up there.
I don't know.
But yeah, I don't agree with any kind of like genocide
be
or
a chicken.
homicides or.
No, that's fucked up. And then listen to this: in New York City, a 15-year-old boy, maybe 14-year-old boy, was harassing a girl, and she was like the same age. And she told him no and tried walking away. This motherfucker suplexed her. Isn't that what it is? Is that a suplex where you throw him over your
I don't know much about wrestling.
on her head and then stomped her head in on the New York City pavement?
She die?
No, I don't think she
Oh, that's
died.
good, that's
I think
good.
she's still alive. But yeah, that's fucking.
That's
And then his
fucked
mom
up.
had the fucking audacity to say that she bullies. I don't give a fuck if she fucking picked on him every day since first grade. Like, clearly, you did, if you knew about it and didn't do anything, you're to blame altogether.
Right.
But no, that motherfucker. Ooh, I never. You don't rarely want to beat up a 14-year-old. but I probably would have beat him up.
Yeah, I don't.
And then there's somebody recording
messed
too.
up,
Like
dude.
they better get both of them and the parents
That's
and lock them up.
and you said the boy was 14 too.
Yeah, they were in school together, so
I mean, it
yeah.
doesn't make it okay, but I mean, that's a little
Yeah, at
better
least
if
it
you get what
wasn't
I'm
no
saying.
grown
Yeah, like it
man.
wasn't
The
an
grown
adult.
man would have done a
But that's
lot
still
more
really
damage.
messed
But it was
up.
a
That's,
big kid too.
yeah, that's super
Like he might have
messed up.
been bigger than me.
He obviously has some type of like mental issues, some type of like anger.
Oh yeah, he
Something's
looked like
going.
it. It was
That's not a normal response. Normally you get heartbroken, you walk away, you're sad.
unless she was really bullying him. But even that,
Doesn't
that's a problem.
bullying in what sense? Like verbally? Because like again,
Yeah, because I doubt the girl was.
you said
Obviously,
this
if he can
kid's large.
suplex her,
Yeah, I was gonna say you said this kid's large. So bullying, I mean, mental bullying is very much real, and that's sad. But in the moment, you know what I'm saying? It sounds like a rejection bullying, like no, you're ugly, or no, you're fat, or something. Something along
yeah,
those
like
lines
he's
that
ugly to
triggered him,
her, and she's a prep, he's a nerd type of thing.
and he's lashed out,
I
and
feel like back in our day, it's funny to say, but bullying was necessary. Like to get bullied and
just back
to
when we
bully
were in
people,
school.
it toughened you up for the real world. But nowadays, they're just too weak. These kids,
Bullying is, I feel like,
they're shooting up schools and shit. And sure, that was going on throughout
I just
time.
feel like bullying should be more. It's so much. It's so broad of a term because if you use bullying, you can go from bullying like lightly to where it's just like not friendly, but you're picking on somebody in lighthearted fun. You're not really trying to like you know break them down or nothing, but it's still considered bullying because it's repetition, right? It's like you show up every day and make fun of somebody's outfit in light fun, like you're like, oh, look at those shoes, but you're not really trying to hurt their feelings, but you don't know that you are, or bullying in the sense of physical shoving kids in lockers or putting their heads in toilets, or that's extreme, obviously.
That's
But
more
that's still
old school. That ain't our school. I mean, we
no, no,
were
no. But
getting.
you get in the same whatever they do, shoot rubber bands at each other's face or whatever it is every
Yeah.
day. Whatever the form of bullying it is.
Because I've never gotten a swirly.
I just feel like it's such a blanket term that's why it's been outlawed so much because everybody goes to extreme, and like bullying is good in the sense of you need to be shown what's socially right and
Oh
like
yeah, if you stink, you need to be told you
right,
stink. If
right,
your breath
exactly.
stinks, if you
Yes.
have fucked up hair, if you smell like a cigarette, or
Like people need to show you or tell you this, not to hurt your feelings I mean, if that's what it takes, I guess, but not for that reason, but to show you that this isn't what you should be doing. This isn't the way that.
yeah, you'll at least get through like 1 out of 10 people get through to them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah,
there's
for
some
sure, for
people
sure.
that it don't matter what you say to them. You can tell them they stink over and over again, and they don't care.
If you tell the wrong person, I mean, because again, bullying. Remember this blanket term. If you go to the extreme of that and you're every single day you're telling somebody something like that in a negative way, like, hey, you stink, you piece of crap or whatever, and you're cussing at them, or versus like, hey man, can you take a shower? Those are two totally different things, right? Like if you're that's a bullying on an extreme level, and that's bullying on a way of like,
I feel like it's okay to do both. You can be nice about it and give them a little gift bag
well,
full of
okay, so
toothpaste and shampoo, which I would be insulted by. Or you can just tell them they stink and maybe
now
able to get the hint.
there's got to be levels to it, okay? Because if we're talking logically, there has to be a reason of why you're going to approach it in any single way. So if you want to approach it nicely, it's because this kid is just in the room with you. You just happen to see it on a passing by. Now, if you want to approach it extreme, it's because this kid's trying to, you know, approach you and put himself in your friend group and around your circle. Now it becomes more of a, hey, if you're trying to make yourself around us, you definitely have to take care of yourself. Like, this is not okay. These habits or whatever you're doing.
I feel like both are embarrassing regardless. But yeah, I get you can be gentle.
Yeah, right. I just it's just circumstantial. I feel like life is that way with everything. It's
But
just
in
so
his case,
circumstantial.
in this dude's case, I don't care what she did to him.
Oh no,
That was
that's
not
awful.
called for.
That's not what I mean at all. Yeah, that was super uncalled for. There's no, unless she had like a knife or a gun or something, or like,
It was like Batista versus Rey Mysterio.
if she punched him in the face and he punched her back, I wouldn't even have a quarrel with that. It just is what it is. You don't put yourself in that situation without expecting that kind of.
Yeah, that would
But
be a different
with
story.
just
But
bullying and rejection or whatever, you walk away. Like
and
that's
that's all it
insane.
was, I believe, from the video I seen was no, get away from me kind of thing.
Like she even, I say, like with no contact, I guess spitting in his face or something that gross. that does warrant
Yeah, I mean,
more of a reaction, but not slamming her on her freaking head and punching her or kicking her in the head or whatever the situation was. That's terrible. He needs to go to some type of YDC or
oh yeah,
he needs
his
to go to a
mama.
detention center. Yeah,
You
for
should
a
see
little
what his
while.
mama looked like Fiona.
Whoa, Fiona.
Yeah, from Shrek.
Oh, God.
Golly, and she was backing him up like, if you don't shut up and apologize, say something happened, or go with
That's
the
so
whole,
insane.
what everybody else says. Oh, he was never like this before.
Did you see what happened with that FedEx driver that ended up like, I mean, rest in peace, that little girl, man. He told the cop that he like backed into her or hit her or something while he was delivering a package, and she said that she was gonna tell her dad, and he kidnapped her and ended up strangling her, like killing her, and like threw her body in a river. It was so messed up, dude. So like I said, rest in peace, that little girl, man. I think her name. I don't want to say it wrong. I think it
Holy
was.
shit! No, I never heard of that.
Yeah, she was like 7 years old. This happened.
So what? He accidentally hit her, and then she's like, "I'm gonna go tell my dad." So she wasn't really hurt,
Right.
and you choose to fucking kill her, kidnap her, and kill.
Yeah, and then like
I would have took the fucking heat.
on FedEx on delivery drivers trucks, they have obviously for their protection and their the companies and the vehicles or whatever, they have dash cam in and out of the vehicle.
I'm sure they got trackers too,
So
and shut off systems and all that good
they had
stuff.
a camera facing on within the truck looking out, and you can see the little girl standing up and hear their conversations. Like he's talking about, she said, I'm going to tell my dad, and said something like, oh, my mom said you can't do that. It's just heartbreaking stuff, dude. Like, and then
Oh
now
man.
he's in trial right now to decide whether he lives or dies, pretty much. Whether
Yeah,
he,
put him on the shooting block.
all
or
they have to
whatever.
do, I mean, yes, all they have to do though is put him in Gen Pop and let them know the charges. You know what I mean? And it's over with.
Oh yeah, whatever brutal way you want to take it.
It's over
Make
with.
sure
If
it's
you put him
brutal.
in general population, he's still dying regardless, death penalty or not. And then death penalty is going to take even if they do that.
I love seeing those videos, and I don't really like watching the whole get beat up videos. I watch them,
Oh, you're talking about the ones of like
but
they stomping down like pedophiles and stuff,
no,
or
I
like
like those ones. But no, I'm just like general. Like if somebody's getting jumped, and I'll watch it, but I don't like it. I'm like, I want to help that dude. But there's, damn, I don't know where I was going with that.
you like those videos,
Yeah, pretty much the pedophile ones or whatever.
the ones where they're like
Yeah, I
getting
like
called
those
out
ones.
and beat up, and the dudes like they find them, they like meet up with them at like Walmart or something. Rest in peace, that one guy. I don't know his name either. I
They'd
don't
be
know the
bitch
story.
slapping them and shit.
But that dude, he called out a pedophile. He like that was his job.
Oh, I know. I was about to say how they
And he
do it in
died.
jail. When you see the jail ones,
Oh yeah,
when the
yeah.
pedophiles are in jail and they get in the cell with somebody and they get
Oh
fucked
yeah,
up.
dude. Just
I like
like I
watching
said,
those.
those if you get in Gen Pop, the wrong. I mean, I say the wrong. Pretty much any jail, and they find out that you did something like that, it's over with.
Oh, especially in like prison.
Yeah, it's over. It's over. I think
Like
even
you
in
might
county,
can hide your way through jail.
at county,
Yeah.
maybe if you can hide your
But if the
charges.
security guard don't like it or whatever,
No, bro. That his charges are so public, everybody knows. You know what I'm saying? It's through the news right now. Everybody knows.
if I was the correctional officer in the jail and I found somebody came in with pedophilia or whatever, I'm announcing it like in front of them. I'm gonna be like, "Yep,
Yeah,
fresh
for sure.
pedophile right here."
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
Y'all have been. I'm gonna go to
Well,
the
see,
bathroom.
you can't do that because you're going to be held liable for what
I would
happens.
love to be liable for that though.
You're going to be in jail.
Oh
You
yeah, I
don't-
mean, do it secretly if you want to get away with it.
Right,
but,
right.
you
Yeah,
know,
it's
just
not
go
like
up and
you
tell
wanna,
one guy and be like, "Hey man, that's a pedophile right there. Go ahead and tell everybody."
No,
You know?
because you know how jail works, where they like do like don't they do like a court session like live where everybody can see it?
In county, yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying.
I've only been one time for that, but
I've never done that personally, but I've heard about that.
but yeah,
where
it
it's
was in
like,
a room.
I thought it was
Like this one
live.
dude was in there, and they told him maybe they won't do that for somebody else in there for pedophilia.
Well, see, this is murder though. This is not pedophilia. This is what he did. Is
Oh well,
murder. He
yeah.
killed that 7-year-old.
Anything with a kid, I don't think they would.
They should. They 100% should. Let the community
I don't think
handle
you're
it.
making it to county if you. I think you're going straight to prison. I don't know.
I mean, you got to sit somewhere before you go to trial. There has to be
You might
somewhere.
sit in a holding cell till then.
Maybe,
In
definitely,
a
in like
hole.
probably like suicide watch in that case. Most likely he's talking about he's
Yeah,
killing
'cause
himself
that
and
happens a
stuff.
lot and
Yeah,
shit.
for sure. That's insane, dude. Rest in peace.
Yeah, I didn't hear about
condolences
that.
to
That's
her
pretty
family,
crazy.
dude.
I hope.
That's insane. I hope the worst for him and the best for them. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, there ain't no gonna be no best for them. I mean, that is
Well, I
the
mean,
worst
you know,
thing that could
moving
happen.
on as much as they can. You know, obviously they can't. You're gonna sit in it for as long as you have to, but you have
Everybody
to.
go donate. Find out what it is. Go donate. Yep.
Yeah, for sure. You know, if you can, definitely a good one to support is
I'm sure it's
that's
easy to
terrible.
find. FedEx driver kidnaps and kills little girl.
Yeah, that's
Google it.
oh, it's all over the news.
Yeah.
People definitely have heard about that. You know, I don't know how many people are gonna actually see this, but people that are definitely hearing
At
about
least
that.
7. We got 7 so far. Yeah.
7.
Subscribers.
Oh, nice, nice, cool.
A lot of views on the.
But yeah, dude, terrible, terrible stuff. And I'm sure like that's just one case. You know what I'm saying? And that's just one that's made public. That type of stuff happens all over the world every day. And even, you know, in the fact that that can happen in the United States, not that we're better than anybody, but just developed wise, you know, more than not, again, not everybody, just a bunch of countries that are, you know, their GDP is lower. Let's just say that. Ours is not great right now. But the fact that that can happen in, you know, quote unquote a first world country, it's just bizarre. Like the FedEx driver can snatch your kid up. You know what I mean? That's insanity.
My kid knows how to use a gun.
But she was 7. This is a little
No
girl.
FedEx drivers are coming for me. No, I know.
This
That's
is a
fucked
little,
up. I mean,
yeah.
he deserves hell plus some.
And you know, Aiden, for instance, that wouldn't be. You know what I mean? That's not unthinkable. Even Bentley, he's small. You know what I mean? Like that's scary stuff, dude. And like that's
And I'm not talking shit about the parents, but my kids ain't gonna be playing outside
well, I
without
mean,
like some kind of supervision.
Bentley playing basketball out there, for instance, and you go inside for something, and boom, 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 it just happens. You know,
Oh yeah, that's
three
why I said no
minutes.
offense. You never know what the situation was,
Right, right,
but
right. Like 3 minutes. He's FedEx driver pulls up, Bentley steps out of the road, boom, he accidentally hits him, snatches him up, and gone. And that's crazy stuff to think about, dude. Like that's insane.
I hear somebody outside.
I
Oh
think
well.
that's neighbors. Yeah, but yeah, it's sad stuff, dude. That's gonna be, you know, a benefit to like a catastrophic event is taking out people like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fucked up. Elon Musk is making a flying car.
He's
He
making a
said it's
flying
gonna be
car.
the
I
next
thought they already made
best
flying
thing.
cars.
It might have been old. It was probably last year, maybe.
He sent the freaking Tesla to space, which is insane. I mean, you're gonna have people that disagree with that or like don't believe in that, but I 100% believe it. He's definitely the dude that would do something like that.
I don't like the Tesla truck, but I do
The
agree with him.
Cybertruck.
The whole making them futuristic. He didn't want to make them like any other car.
Driving through Atlanta every day, I see so many of those Cybertrucks, dude. It's just crazy, and it's crazy the price tag they put on something like that. Like it's
I mean, I heard it can tow more than a Ford diesel.
go watch Whistling Diesel's video on it. That's all. I'm gonna leave it at
I
that.
think I've seen that where he tested it and it breaks or some
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Fucking Joe
Uh,
Rogan shot an arrow through it. It's supposed to be bulletproof.
I seen that.
And
And they
then he
broke
tried
the
to
window on
defend
the
it.
on the demonstration. They broke the window with like the ball with
Yeah.
live with Elon Musk when they first released it or
To
whatever.
be
It's
fair,
pretty funny.
though, an arrow would go through a car and out the other side. A normal car. It did get stuck in the door.
Yeah,
So, I mean, you wouldn't have gotten killed by it.
I mean, you know, that's a positive. I don't think that his goal should have been a bulletproof vehicle anyway. Like, who are you? What are we buying this vehicle for? You're giving pedestrians bulletproof vehicles for what reason?
Oh,
I mean, other than like a
for the
pocket.
best reasons.
Are you? I mean, I get it. Yeah, we all need that kind of protection, but are we really planning apocalyptic style vehicles for everyday use now? Like, what's going on? What's he know that we don't know? Kind of
I fuck with it
conspiracy.
personally, but yeah, I mean, the world's shit right now. I mean, there's attacks every. I mean, look, you were in Mexico, you would have been shot by a dude on a pyramid.
Yeah, I mean, again,
Like, how fucked up is that? You go on a tour to Mexico. I wouldn't go on a tour to Mexico, maybe, but
Mexico.
and you go to the
Parts of Mexico
pyramid
would be beautiful.
because
You
you
just gotta
wanted to see this
be careful.
pyramid that's in Mexico. I'm sure they got more than one too, and you get shot.
Killed.
Yeah,
You killed.
I
Yeah.
think one got killed and a couple people got shot, and then he got taken down or something. I don't know.
He killed himself.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy. I don't know what I would do.
I remember
I would shoot back.
hearing or reading that article.
I'd pull out my gun and hide behind something and shoot back.
Yeah, 100%. But again, you're in Mexico, so you probably don't have your gun.
That is true. But like I said, I'm not going to Mexico, so
And you're a chick on a tour on a pyramid. You don't think of anything like,
was it a chick that got shot?
Yeah, it was a Canadian woman. I remember reading that article. It was a Canadian lady who got killed,
Fucking
and several others were shot, like you said. I don't know if I'm maybe somebody outside. I'm sorry if I got that wrong right now, but yeah,
a little less tragic, but still tragic. Georgia being on fire, and we only got this little bit of rain today.
that's crazy. Crazy. They're gonna
My
have
fucking grass is dead out there. I've never even seen my whole yard that brown before during the summer.
we got a drought. It's a drought, baby.
Well, the grass is just gonna have to die. I'm not watering that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Surely we get some storms.
Yeah, it's supposed to be today or tomorrow. Probably tonight. I was gonna go to a yard sale tomorrow.
What?
Yeah, yard sale. But Lacey's off tomorrow. Oh, I also got to go over and do some work tomorrow. Um, painting a house. Well, not painting the house. Painting a room. Not really relevant, but it's just extra cash. Got to get that money.
Did you see the release for the Dragon Ball? They're gonna do like that Future Generations thing. I think we talked about that, didn't we?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm still waiting on the new Super. The
Oh, they need
Galactic
to
Patrol.
finish. Yeah, dude, they need to finish all of that. They're gonna redo Super, and then they're gonna do the Moreau arc, and then the Ultra Ego arc.
Yeah, so it'll be a while before the other one comes out.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, they need to anyway because they need to finish. Why start something else? It's sort of like what they did with Daima. They just threw Daima in there without.
They just copied GT.
Yeah,
New graphics and a little bit of better
it was
story.
cool. Yeah, I liked it. I really liked Daima.
Oh yeah, it was a
good.
better story than the whole stupid ass dragon shit. But
Debatable, debatable. Not GT was better in its own right. It was. I
for
like
its
that.
time,
Yeah, in its own right. It has its own. You know,
that's all movies though. Like go back and watch The Mask with Jim Carrey. Sure, it's entertaining, but that's a lot of stupid shit.
fair, fair.
Anything that
That's.
came out in our days.
I was gonna say that's any kind of movie like that. I feel like any kind of like old school
Because
movie.
technology jumped so much, and I think AI did it.
Same with
I
like
used to think
gaming.
aliens did it, but I think AI jumped our technology.
That's where we get, and I mean this is controversial again. I think that's where we got our what jump started our technology, and I feel like we've had alien contact. Too many reports, too many people. I get it. Everybody wants
Oh
to
yeah,
say
I
they've seen
believe in
aliens.
aliens for sure.
And if we have aliens, we definitely have a hidden organization like Area 51 where we keep them, or at least the technology, maybe not the beings. I don't.
Like,
Not
why
arguing
don't we
about
have a
that.
space station yet? Because,
We do have a space station.
well, not like that, man. Like on a planet.
How do you know we don't?
I don't personally, but there's no record of
There's
us.
no public record, right, of a space.
I
But
think it's because we're not supposed to go on certain planets.
same with the moon. I feel like that's if we really have been on the moon. Ever again, that's a controversial topic. People are going to agree or disagree on that. But if we really have been on the moon,
We have not.
I feel, I feel like there's a reason we haven't been back.
Well, we've been around it. I'll agree with the recent one. What's it
Artemis.
called? Yeah,
Artemis
Artemis.
was sick. Yeah, that's cool.
But no, the Apollo moon landing,
People are
that
gonna
didn't
disagree with
shit
that
didn't
too, but
fucking happen.
everybody says, and I
The
mean,
astronauts that were dealt with it said that shit was recorded.
well, no.
We went to
no,
Hollywood or
no,
whatever they
no,
said.
No. Don't misquote him. Buzz Aldrin, he said that we didn't watch it live in that sense because the technology wasn't there. What they watched was a recreation of what they were doing in Hollywood. So they were doing the mission or whatever, and they wanted to show people. They showed them the launch or whatever, and then the actual space style of it apparently was recorded. Again, that's super controversial because people are going to be like, "Well, they didn't go." I don't personally think they went either.
I think they went to space, maybe.
I don't really think that they went to the moon either. Again, that's debatable. Whatever. If you believe they did, they did. If they didn't, they didn't. Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, they didn't. But they definitely went around the moon recently.
The dark side of the moon.
Yeah, there's gonna be a transformer up there, like in the movie.
The Y Files. It's a really good YouTuber. He's talked about the moon a lot, and one of his videos he was talking about the moon. It's a conspiracy again. Not him. It's not his ideas. It's just passed down stories or whatever. But the moon is a spaceship that was brought here so that the Earth could stabilize. That's how we stabilize our oceans and stuff. so that they could experiment with human life, and that was like the trade-off, is that the moon would stay here, and it's these big conspiracies, big
My
dumb
favorite
stuff.
one is we're in a simulation.
But I mean, again, so if you can't answer the question of what is life, you can't tell me what it's not either.
Oh, right. Nobody knows, so you can say whatever, and you can't be wrong,
Right.
really.
Right. You can't tell me there aren't aliens because you can't tell me there are. You see what I'm saying? Like you can't prove it. If I can't prove that there are, I also can't prove there aren't. You know what I
Right,
mean?
just like life on another planet, period,
Right.
Aliens, I guess. Yeah.
It's like, because there's millions, I'm sure, of conspiracies that go with that, and people's different perspectives and ideals, and how they want to believe it. It just is what it is.
How do
However,
you think they figured out if you can breathe in space or not?
what do you mean? No oxygen.
Like, how did they know that, though?
Oxygen meters.
You think they just floated one up there?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they threw a monkey or a dog up there.
Stratosphere. So also another thing that tells them too is sending weather balloons, like balloons
Now,
like
you
that.
got to think before they started doing astronomy and shit. I'm talking back in the day when people were looking up to the clouds and were like,
Yeah, they didn't
"Great
go
Zeus," I think they slung shot some monkeys up there.
slingshot monkeys up there. What is that going to tell them? The fall of the monkey is going to kill the monkey.
I mean, yes, it's gonna kill a monkey,
and they're
and it's
not
not
going
gonna make it to space. But
what are you? What?
I think they definitely tried it.
Why
If
would
you
you
were
go with
in
monkey? Why
caveman
wouldn't you go with
time,
birds?
what would you try?
Birds, maybe because they fly.
How you
Not
gonna catch a
monkeys. Why
bird?
would you go to monkeys?
That's what they experiment on.
What do you mean? How do you catch a bird? You don't catch a bird. You get this eggs and you raise the bird. You see what I'm saying? You outsmart the
You're
bird.
gonna teach the bird to fly into space. It's gonna fly all the way up. And
You're
like,
talking
"Whoop."
about slingshot monkeys. I think training birds is a little more practical.
But a bird's smart enough to know there's not oxygen so far up.
Yeah, there you go.
But they don't know
Boom,
that the
boom,
bird thinks
boom.
that.
You just answered your own question. No, and then another one too is mountain ranges. We have like mountain ranges like Everest, for instance, that go to elevations where you can't breathe without oxygen support. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So you have these people that went up there and they realize, oh shit. So if I go even higher, I'm definitely not gonna be able to breathe.
All I'm saying is we don't know what the piece of paper was saying when the very first person experimented. Can you breathe past the clouds?
I think it was a dude that died on a mountain range, and his buddy was like, "Oh shit,
I can't go any higher. I
Yeah.
can't help you.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
and he like rolled down and told people like, "Don't go there. That's fucked." Yeah, I think that's kind of what happened right there, because we do have. It'd be different if we didn't have access to that, like mountains that went that high, 30,000+ feet in elevation. I don't know the peak of Everest is something like that, and it's super cold up there as well. So I think that's just method of reduction. Like, hey, the higher I go, the colder it gets, and the less I can breathe.
You're gonna freeze if you go all the way up there.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna be able to breathe.
Don't do it.
Right, and
I couldn't
then
get John. It was too high.
the next step was 100% balloons. 100% balloons. It was some type of like makeshift weather balloon, like where they added some type of device or just seen that it popped when it got so high. Maybe again, you're not gonna watch that with your naked eye though, so that's kind of irrelevant. It has to be a giant balloon to see that.
I wonder who the first person was to make a balloon.
That's a good Google. Google it.
Oh,
I don't know.
The very first.
But I would
person.
argue that balloon, not travel per se, but balloon experiment for flight was probably the first. I would argue.
First balloon flight was in 1783 by Joseph and Atina.
See, I'm talking about stuff that's not even documented though.
Oh yeah, I know. Like, when's the first time you seen helium, and what did you do with it?
No, that's a yes and no. I meant more of like back in the day, like people make shit like caveman style, like makeshift and stuff that could
Oh,
actually
yeah, like
float.
Ancient pyramid style. They probably had some kind of balloon. They're smart.
Yeah.
And that was way back before.
Right, or like no. Another good one too is the lanterns. They put the balloon with like the
Oh
lantern.
yeah, but then the flame would have went out.
Yeah, but see that tells them right there.
There's a
Either
lot of
wind or no oxygen. You got the smart people that know that it takes oxygen. So if it goes up in the flame,
Yeah.
I'm sure they had to. It definitely came down to experiments like that. Dr. Stone kind of highlights a lot of how they would have done that in the primitive ages. That's a really good anime.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Dr. Stone's so good, dude. And it
That'll
highlights.
teach you some shit.
Yeah, it will. It really will. In a friendly way too, not like an aggressive kind of like you don't know this.
It teaches in an interesting way, and probably not an exact way, but
No, right. Like, I'm sure that there's some of that stuff on there.
like you
that's-
need to
I
get
don't know. I'm not a
ingredients for some
scientist, but-
shit. Yeah.
Right, but it's still cool to learn how early development would have went like that with the people who are smart, who are like scientifically smart and interested in, biology and chemistry and stuff like that.
I'm good at using it. I'm not good at making it.
do
You gotta
you
go
mean?
to school for that shit, like chemistry and shit.
No, I'm saying, what do you mean you were good at using it?
Like they make bleach. I can use bleach,
Oh, yeah,
but I couldn't have dared come up with it.
Mm-mm.
They gotta go to school.
But I mean,
and
early
test.
development of that you would have definitely, because say we're here
I'm
with
sure
nothing,
people were cleaning with piss before they found out
because
about
like for instance, you make like vinegar, and then you make you rotten fruit.
Well,
you
how the fuck
ferment
do you
fruit.
make vinegar?
What do you mean?
Where's that come from?
I would Google it.
That's what I'm saying. Like they didn't have Google back then, so like where the fuck did y'all figure that out from?
Wherever vinegar came from, you make that, and then you make
Yeah, because you're not cleaning
cider.
with oils. That would be messy.
No. Or alcohol. Where does that come from?
Grapes,
I meant like, yeah, I guess.
fermented grapes.
But like rubbing alcohol, like
Oh,
the cleaning
like
one.
moonshine. I guess that would be the
That's a good
earliest
one.
version of it. I guess
That's a good one.
clear alcohol.
That's good research to do. See, you don't realize you don't know something until you don't.
Well, I don't want to know how to make vinegar, but yeah, it would be good to know.
Yeah, just
where it
because
came
like
from?
if it, I mean, just
I feel like
where all
that's
your stuff
common
came from.
knowledge, though. Like clearly, like olive oil comes from olives, but where's vinegar come from?
That's a good question. Google
I don't know. I might.
it. That's a good Google question.
But
yeah.
we're at 45 minutes, and I'm ready for a smoke break anyway. So that's it for episode 2. And make sure you subscribe for episode 3.
Hit the like button. Hit the follow button.
Yeah, and hear more crazy stories from our point of view.
Retarded takes.
Yeah. Check you next time.
Deuces.